All right, check this out. You guys are back on the Hater World, and I'm Blue Devil. What we have going on today is a video of Lupe46 over on the Drinks with Jinx podcast, and they talking about Jap 5. You know, he is a rapper from the op section of where Lupe is from. Her and her homeboy went up there to Drinks with Jinx, 4 Extra, and they dissing the Hoovers and they dissing Jap 5. Now, look. Salute to Drinks with Jinx. I really dig his podcast. So if you guys haven't followed or you don't know who that is, I'll put his website or his link down below in the description. Go and check that out. But you already know, before we get into this video, to those that are new to the Hater World, make sure you go over, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video, and most importantly, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you guys like what I'm doing or whether you don't. And salute to all day ones. Salute to all new subscribers. You already know, nothing but love. Now, check this out. A lot of you guys are probably thinking, like, why aren't I wearing my glasses? Well, yesterday I sat on them, and I broke them. They broke in 3 pieces. And so, you know, I'm going to be looking all over the place because when I do these, I got to look here. I got to look here. I got to look there. I got to look over there. So, you know, plus I got 3 big lights in my face. So, believe it or not, people will be like, why are you wearing glasses inside? Well, when you got, like, a bunch of lights and a bunch of equipment right in your face, you know, it sort of messes with your vision. But check this out. Before we get into this video, before we press play, I got a video that dropped right now on Hater World Uncensored. Wes Watson says that the Southsider Spices in the Woods cannot wear shower shoes in the day room. Go check it out. Hater World Uncensored. And again, we go live tonight at 8 p.m. till 10 on Hater World Uncensored. All right. So if you guys are not following, go over there and subscribe. Very simple. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Show some love. And most importantly, like I said earlier, we got a website coming up, our clothing brand, our merch site. It will be available. It will launch this Friday. So make sure you guys are there for the online grand opening, right? You know, so we got some big things coming. Just stay tuned and stay posted. With no further ado, let's watch this video. Once again, 4 Extra speaks on fighting Jap 5, doing time in prison, over on the Drinks with Jinx podcast. So with no further ado, let's get you guys a Southsider reaction. Let's go.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
What about the cows? All the heifers everywhere, bro. Damn, they have cows everywhere.
Hey,
bro.
motherfucking cows and shit up in here. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So let me ask you, Extra, right? Okay, so you grew up here in L.A.?
South Central, born and raised in the Foley.
Okay. How old was you when you jumped off the porch?
I jumped off the porch at 11.
At 11?
Yeah, but I was claiming the set at 10. I
Okay.
jumped off the porch at 11. My whole family from the set.
Oh, so you born into
Yeah,
it
so I'm
already.
born into the set.
Okay.
My whole family from the set.
Okay.
So-
So let me ask you this, because I met somebody that was born into it, but he still had to get his cord on there.
I'm getting put on regardless because
Off top.
I don't want to walk on because my family from the set. That's bunko. I'm getting
Right.
put on off the bat.
On some real
That's
nigga
what makes
shit.
you a real nigga.
Right.
If you want
I know homies that ain't have to get jumped in, you know, and I think we all do. I know homies that put in a lot of work so they didn't have to go get jumped in. You know, I know homies that do certain things, you know, that they didn't have to get jumped in. And I know homies that actually are from gangs that, you know, they're like 3rd generation. You know, their dad, their grandpa, they live on the block, you know, so they don't have to get jumped in. You know, jumped in usually, you know, is one of those things where either you want to, you have to, or you come from outside the set, right? So it all depends what gang and what kind of policy they got going on. You feel me? But let's go.
to walk on, fuck you mean? If that's the case, then everybody can walk on. That's weird shit. All
Not
the niggas talking
everybody.
about, oh, you know, I'm born into it, nigga. I'm just walk on. Fuck all that, nigga. I'm gonna get jumped on just like my rest on.
Right. That's right.
You know what's so crazy about the
That's
homie
right.
that I know a lot of rappers, and every time I go, like, this one rapper, he was like, I was talking to him on the phone. He's like, oh, I know 4 Extras.
You know, where everybody know me.
He was
Yeah.
like,
Everybody
running
know
shit
me.
in the
Yeah.
county, seen you in the county.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me one of your most. I know you fought somebody that you know.
Oh, I done fucked a lot. You know, I done fucked a lot of niggas off. I done fucked a lot of niggas off in the county.
Right.
You know what I'm talking
About
about?
the famous rappers, I know you fought one of them.
Oh, which one you talking about?
Jap.
Look, Lupe46, believe it or not, is stirring up the pot. I don't blame her. She knows the game. She knows what you're supposed to do on social media. She knows how to get people to react. So I don't blame her whatsoever at all, right? But the problem here is that people gonna look at her, right, like she dissing the ops, and now they gonna want to get at her. It's one thing to diss people, and it's one thing to make sure you keep it within the guidelines of content. Let's go.
Jack from where?
The Snoop.
Oh, from Hoover?
Yeah.
Oh, he a rapper now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man.
He was.
If you didn't hear, she called them, a derogatory word. She put an S in front of the gang name. I'm not gonna say it for disrespectful purposes. But she a girl. She from the set regardless. She with the program. She gonna do what she do. But there's gotta be a point where you understand that now you dissing this gang on the internet, on live. Everyone is watching. Now they're gonna want to see you. It's one thing to say, hey, I heard you got a fight with an artist named Jack 5 that he from the other side. Is that true? Elaborate on it. All right, that stays within the guidelines of content. But when you say, oh, you got in a fight with a rapper named Jack 5 and he from the SNOOVERS, that's a shot, that's a diss, that's whatever you want to call it, bro. That's now the other side's gonna feel like, what? She's saying what on national TV? All right, now we're gonna embarrass her on TV too. And it's just don't stop. Let's go.
About the young kid, man.
I heard he got hands.
Yeah.
though.
But he got
I heard he got
He
hands.
didn't have it that day.
Oh
He
shit!
didn't have it that day.
Oh
He didn't
shit!
have it that day.
Yeah.
Shit. I knocked his ass so hard that nigga flew over the table.
Damn.
He came through, what I'm talking about? He came in the dorm and shit, the little kid.
Yeah.
The little kid came up in that motherfucker, called his little dumbass, what I'm talking about? Sliding through. He's, 4 extras, I'm only 20. So what the fuck that got to do with me, nigga?
Right.
Now, 4 extras not lying. Age has nothing to do with gang banging at all. Listen, there's homies that are 13, 12 that are from gangs, right? Now, you might say, oh, that's child abuse or that's fucked up. And it is. It really is. But I'm going to tell you like this. Once the young homie says, I want to be down with this, and he joins a gang, now it's liable that anything could happen to him. Now the other side, the ops, they don't gotta hold back on you. Yeah, they should know better than to, jump on a youngster, but it don't matter. It's all game, Anything goes, right? Only the strong survive. So it don't matter. Listen, there's no age bracket. Once you throw up your first gang sign, it's over, my boy. You are no longer a child, you're no longer a kid. Now anything can happen. Anyone can come after you. So beware, because a lot of people use that like, oh, he a kid or this. Remember when 6ix9ine used to run around saying he was a kid? Motherfucker, you 21, jumped into a whole blood gang, and you out here yelling about you a kid. You ain't no kid, my boy. Like, come on, get it together.
Nothing to do with me.
Right.
nigga.
That
You know what
part.
I'm saying? But
That
shit,
part.
I didn't know the nigga was a rapper. The nigga's a rapper now? God damn.
Yeah.
Times changed. I've been gone.
Bro, him and Crip Mac fought.
He also said he knocked him so hard he flew over the table. Listen, shout out to Jack 5 for holding it down and not being afraid to knuckle up. Regardless, whether he said that or not, he still squabble and handle his duties, right? So he didn't rank it. That's a big plus right there. Plus it's like a 10-year gap difference between 4 Extra and Jack 5. But listen, none of that matters because all this is part of the game, all right? All this is things you're going to go through when you join a gang. It might be a little bit different for the Southsiders, but you still going to get into wrecks. You still going to get into squabbles. You still going to get into beef, drama. It all comes with the territory, so you can't cry or complain.
About what? Last year, I believe.
Oh,
in
you fucked the
prison?
homie?
You didn't know that? Crip Mac and Jack.
I've been gone.
Oh,
They got
shit,
me in the
okay.
booty.
Yeah, so I guess
They got me in the booty.
so the homie Crip Mac
With
and,
that
and I
one
guess
pelican in the middle of the
oh shit.
There's a pelican right there.
Hey,
Oh, for real?
I've been there.
Right.
Yeah, I've been
So let me ask you, big dog. So how was it, man? 'Cause we're about the same age, right?
Yeah.
I know how it was growing up at that time.
Yeah, see, growing up at
You
that
know,
time,
at that time,
it was vicious back
it
then.
was vicious like a
See,
motherfucker.
banging was way different back then to now.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? It's easier now for these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's easier for a lot of.
Banging is way different. I'll tell you like this. I read a post this morning. It was a little 15-year-old Edgar that got 50 years for shooting a little 5-year-old kid in a drive-by gang initiation, right? What kind of gang initiation has you shooting at 5-year-olds, my boy? Rest in peace to that little girl, and it was a little girl. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think the boy was 15. I think he was like 12. Bro, what kind of, first of all, drive-by? Like, what kind of gang asked you to do a drive-by? You know, it's sad, bro. It's sad how gangbanging has become this weird thing now. You know, a very weird, no structure, very little structure. Anybody can join, no boot camp, weirdo activities, you know, but it is what it is. You know, can't complain. Sometimes you got to sit there and think, is it the big homies you got to blame because they didn't put nobody up on game? You know, or is it just these youngsters that get to do whatever they want? Listen, we came to the end of the video. I'm not going to continue to watch because 4 Extra really goes into his life. That's a dope interview. Once again, shout out to Drinks with Jinx. 4 Extra looks like a big chunky dude, so it would look like he knocked out Jap 5. But once again, there's a 10 years gap difference between them, and this was a long time ago. You know, Cartoon 53 actually responded to this, so I'm going to go watch it, see what I can say. Shout out to Cartoon. But that's about it. Go watch the interview. Go show some love. You already know. Other than that, like I said, look, all this is part of the game. This is what you choose to do. You can't cry and complain later. With all that being said, I'm going to kill this video. I'm Blue Devil. This has been the Hater World production, and we out.